There we go. Right, Neil, I don't even know where to start with that game really, but that was one of the most bizarre games I think I've ever seen at any level.
I agree, and that's what I told the referee, Tony. What a shame, decent game, two teams I think playing good football, and then all the talk is about three gentlemen who should have no influence on the result whatsoever, but they do far too often. Whether he did today, I don't know, but his performance was one of the worst I've seen.
We've talked about it a few times in these post-match interviews that we thought that the standard of refereeing certainly isn't what it was post-pandemic, if you like, and then we got a guy who, in fairness, I think in the commentary we didn't have a great lot to say about him in that first half, but seemed to want to be the star of it in the second half.
Exactly, and listen, I hate criticising, I do, because I realise what a difficult job they've got, controlling 22 players and the staff on the side all shouting, all wanting different decisions, but I've said to my players, we needed calm heads. We can't say that about the referee today. He was anything but calm with what he, in his performance.
So you're standing, obviously John Mackin's on the opposite dugout to you, and first of all it was one of his players that got sent off, and that seemed to be a raised foot, stood showing, caught Billy Reeves at the top of the thigh. I mean, that could have been given, I suppose some people could argue it would have been a yellow card. What was your take on that?
Well, I thought it was a bad foul. Now, whether it was worth a red card, I don't know. That's the decision he makes. And if it happens the other way, we accept that. Because he gave him an opportunity to send him off. His foot was high, he caught Billy. If it went the other way around and Billy had been sent off, I wouldn't have argued about it.
Okay, so the second sending off, obviously again one of their players booked for time wasting and then comes through the back of Aaron Opoku. So second yellow there, so I guess that's a justified sending off. The real controversy was Jesse Bavinganga. Now we told that he was sent off for foul and abusive language, but some of their Witton players were actually manhandling the referee. So at what point do you draw that line and say that's not acceptable, but it's okay to pull a referee down? And what made you go across to him at the end, by the way?
I always go to shake their hand and say thank you, and if they've done well, I say well done. I didn't. I went to thank you for refereeing the game and said to him all the conversations after will be about you three. That's all I said. Made sure I didn't swear, and if he puts anything different in his report, I'll take him all the way to the FA.
But he did brandish a yellow card, didn't he? He did brandish you with a yellow card.
Yeah, for saying that them were my exact words.
So and obviously John Mackin got a yellow card on the side, and again that was, I suppose, a manager's frustration.
Yeah, but we've got to control our emotions during the game. If we expect our players to do that, then we've got to be calm, and that's what I was saying. Jess hasn't been calm. He's said something to the referee, obviously something that the referee didn't like, and he sent him off. Poor decision, not from the referee, from our player. Ollie Harrison's 35 yards from goal at the end, pushed himself up and tries to score from there. Bad decision. That's not calm. We're coming to a stage of the season now where the games are tense. Most teams have got something to play for. And I thought we'd been really good up until the sending off. Probably a lack of quality with some of our play, particularly higher up the pitch. But I thought we'd been calm. I thought we kept doing the right things. I said to you, witness on Tuesday, I didn't think we'd played particularly well. So we did a bit of work on Thursday on how we can improve that, and we did. We were much better with the ball today, but still weren't good enough to break Witton down.
Okay, let's look at the goal which actually decided the game. So it was a free kick, and Danny's organised the wall. I thought that he was caught a little bit flat-footed.
just misjudged the flight of the ball.
Is that
As far as I'm concerned, you better speak to Danny, see what he says on that one. But the ball's gone in, middle of goal. Speak to Danny.
So obviously the games are coming thick and fast at the moment. We're another one on Tuesday at home, and now you've got a real dilemma, and now you shuffle the pack.
Yeah, I'll have to check up on Scott and where Jesse is.
Jesse might be able to play Tuesday, mightn't he? Because it normally comes into effect next weekend.
And Jess, defensive, has been excellent. That is our best back four defensively. Now we wanted to improve with the ball, but I thought he used the ball intelligently today. So we'll have a look. We hope that Scott's fit, because him and the understanding partnership with them two is thriving in my eyes. I think they're excellent. Keynes did better today than he did on Tuesday. Not defensively, he always does well defensively, but he used the ball much better, apart from the end where his crosses were a little bit high and long. Middle of the park, I'm not going to change Billy and Grote unless they're unfit. I've got not selection problems, but I've got nice selection problems, if you like. Playing either side of Billy and Mark. Young Reese came in, I thought was good. Thought he played the role exactly how we wanted him to, used the ball well, and you'd like to think he can get better. The front two worked very hard. They defended well against them, didn't quite drop for them, but I don't think any of our players have not done the jobs today. I think we've played well. The team, nobody's had a game where you think, should I leave him out on Tuesday? So apart from the last 20 minutes, I was more than happy with them.
Yeah, so obviously you've got a dilemma for Tuesday. You're going to obviously put out a starting 11. But what's the management thought now? And this is the final question, because we know you want a Siggy in a beer. But what's the management sort of mind take now on going towards the end of the season? Because you sit in second place, still 3 points worth of daylight between you and Workington. How important is that second spot?
Very. And they know that, and I think they played as though they knew that. There was no, we're in the playoffs now, we switch off. We can't switch off. Any game, we can't switch off. And I don't think they did today. So it's, come on, we go again Tuesday. We've got to keep producing those performances, probably improve on them, keep our standards high. And, when we get to the crunch games, which I mean the playoff games, that we're right bang in form and ready for those.
Well, it's been a strange afternoon. That post-match pine's going to be interesting, especially the chats with I suppose the referee's probably out the ground and gone by now.
We hope by now.
We hope so. Anyway, but Neil, thanks for joining us live on the Moorlands Radio Sport, and we go again on Tuesday.